It's beautiful, beautiful cinema.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I Know What You Did Last Summer is a 1997 horror mystery movie directed by Jim Gillespie, starring Sarah Michelle Gellar, Freddie Prinze Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Ryan Phillippe. I know that many people dislike this movie, but I personally like it despite its many flaws. It's kind of similar to Scream, and it has a very strong setup. And I really love movies of this era. So in this movie, a group of 4 friends accidentally run over a guy and they dump his body to avoid being arrested. And a year later, it looks like someone except the 4 friends know of their secret and is after them.
Oh my God. Somebody knows, Helen.
I really like that setup, and within the first few minutes of this movie, I was invested. There was obviously some bad acting here, but I didn't care much about that because everything else was interesting. The setup was interesting, but the payoff wasn't. And perhaps the biggest negative of this movie is the bad writing, and sometimes it feels like the actors didn't put much of an effort into it either.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
That has to be one of the best unintentionally funny scenes in cinema history.
But wait! There's more!
You just couldn't shut up, could you? But not everything is bad. Something that I noticed is that the other 2 actors had better writing and performances than the main 2 leads. It's like all the best scenes of the movie involves these 2 characters, like the iconic balcony kill scene or the chase scene with Helen Shivers played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, which, in my opinion, is the best part of the movie. There's also a scene where they kind of look at each other, remembering the days they were in love, and it's kind of cute. Like, all of the good scenes involves these 2 characters. The main 2 leads I thought were horrible at times. After the movie ended, I really felt like this could have been much better if it wasn't trying to be a slasher. This movie is based on a book, and people still criticize this movie for being a slasher because the book is more of a thriller. I've never read the book, but I can see where the criticisms come from, because even I felt like this story didn't have to be a slasher. Because it's shown that after all this time, still these characters feel guilty for what they have done. And now even when they know that someone is after them, they can't go to the police or ask help from authorities. Like, this really is a good setup for a thriller than a Scream-like slasher movie. The reveal of who the killer is doesn't work at all because we don't know who this guy is. It works for Scream because you know that the killer is definitely one of the friends. And they try that here by making the friends at times suspect Freddie Prinze's character. But it just doesn't work. Because as an audience, you already know that the killer is someone related to the person who they ran over. And you can see that the movie is trying to mislead you that maybe he is the killer, but the way they executed it makes it pretty obvious that it's definitely not him. And since the movie is trying to make him look like a suspect, they didn't write that many scenes to flesh out the character. As a result, the character falls flat. They introduced this sister character too, which I don't even know why she is in the movie. It leads to nothing. In the end, it's pretty obvious that the killer isn't dead, but they still show this shower scene, which I thought was unnecessary. So yeah, this isn't a great movie, but it's still fun to watch, and I recommend it. I Know What You Did Last Summer gets a 5.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Like and subscribe to my channel if you've liked what you've seen. It means a lot to me. See ya.